Air pollution is an issue that we are dealing with today and need to worry about on a global scale. Air pollution is when a harmful or poisonous substance is released into the Earth's atmosphere. Air pollution can occur in many ways, such as factories burning resources, planes and jets releasing emissions while flying, and people driving cars.
Air pollution consists of that pose serious health and environmental threats. But what causes air pollution, and what does it mean for our planet? Some air pollution comes from natural sources like volcanic eruptions, wildfires, or allergens. But most air pollution results from human activities.
According to a study, 3 of the most pollutant-producing human activities include agricultural-related issues, factory byproduct, and simply driving vehicles on the road. One way how air pollution socially impacts the world is how it can cause harm to human health and damage to the environment. According to a study, scientists found out that 7 million people died as a result of the exposure of air pollution. The way in which air pollution impacts the area of politics is that it forces the lawmakers of the world to pass legislation in order to prevent human harm and harm to the environment. One example of this is the Clean Air Act, which was passed in 1970, marked the vigorous and ambitious campaign to improve air quality for the people around the world. One example of the economical impact of air pollution is that the companies now have to follow strict guidelines in regards to anti-air pollution regulations. Because of this, the factories owned by these companies may not be able to produce goods as quickly as they would have before, which in turn drives up the cost of the items produced by the factory. Another example of how air pollution has an economical impact is that it often sometimes gets people sick when the air is not clean. Because of this, people will end up spending their hard-earned money on medical expenses instead of buying goods or services that drive the free market economy. There's no one good solution to completely eliminate air pollution. We can try our best to come up with ways to reduce its effect on our Earth, such as public transportation, carpooling, recycling, conservation of energy, and producing more cars whose engines turn off when they've been braking for a specific amount of time.
It starts with a cleaner commute. And the easiest way to do that is to share a ride by taking part in a carpool. Not only will it reduce the amount of pollution by reducing the number of cars on the highway, it will save you money too. Using mass transit, where available, is another good option. If your work schedule allows it, alter your schedule to avoid the morning and evening rush hour. Driving in lighter traffic will allow you to drive more efficiently, with fewer starts and stops. And for the ultimate in savings, see if your employer allows telecommuting. Avoiding the drive into work, even for just a few days a month, can make a big difference.
In my opinion, instead of the government regulating companies who produce a lot of air pollution, we should have incentives to companies who produce less air pollution. When the government is in charge of regulations, it can be bought and sold by big companies to allow for an unfair advantage to small companies. In closing, if we seriously reduce government interference and promote good reinforcement in the form of incentives, it will prove to be better for us in the long run.